found a new gear this year, and she's showing the academic results to prove it. We know the quiet hours she's put in.
Tom is thriving. He's really settled into his new boarding house, made great friends. I mean, he talks too much, but I imagine that comes as a little surprise to you.
Her hockey is impressive, and the county call-up was completely deserved. She made us all very proud that day.
His success with the debating team has definitely boosted his confidence in the classroom as well.
But the most obvious
And the most important thing
is that she's very happy at Worth.
is that he is very happy at Worth.
Welcome to East Grinstead Hockey Club, to St Hill. A little bit of a grey day, having started very, very brightly indeed. Junior training has just finished, and we welcome Clifton here for their second match of the weekend and East Grinstead's second match of the weekend. Both teams are going to want to put the effort in today, having both lost yesterday. Clifton hosted Surbiton and lost 2-1, and East Grinstead played away at Hampstead and Westminster and lost 3-2. Don't have too many details about the Clifton game, but East Grinstead game against Hampstead, EG went 1 goal up in the first quarter, and then in the second quarter Hampstead scored a couple of short corners and I think an open play goal. And in this quarter 3 and quarter 4, EG took a while to fight back and scored that second goal towards the end of the match. EG's 2 goals, I believe, scored by bright young star in the making, Anna Falstich, who is warming up with the team again today. Both teams warming up as usual. EG at the right-hand end, the home end, and Clifton at the away end. So looking at the lineups ahead of this game, for Clifton, we have, and forgive any mispronunciations, no malintent, number 1, Ailing Devissa, number 2, Holly Monroe, number 3, Kat Geriak, number 5, Jessica Leah, number 7, Eloise Leahy, number 8, Ashley. It's very difficult to read the match officials' writing. I'm going to say Mainwaring. Number 9, Phoebe Richards. Number 11, Sarah Davies. Number 14, Izzy Webb. Number 15, Amy Burton. Number 16, Carmen Ansley. Number 17, Abby Porter. Number 18, Clemmy Holden. Number 23, Sarah Jane Thorburn. Number 24, Livy Hoskins. And number 25, Emily Drysdale. Manager, Alistair Kilfor. And coach, Juliet Radon. On the East Grinstead side, we have in goal, number 2, Isabel Field. Izzy did not play in yesterday's game against Hampstead. Our goalkeeper yesterday was Laura Myers. Number 4, Sally Syme. Number 5, Alexandra Meltzer. Number 6, Amy Thompson. Number 7, Guadalupe Fernandez-Lacourte, captain. Number 8, Harriet Mitchell. Number 9, Courtney Hansford. Number 10, Laura Unsworth. Number 11, Carlotta Gomez. Number 14, Tess Howard. Number 15, Liv Breed. Number 16, Anna Falstitch. 18, Molly Mason. 21, Amelia Tate. 22, Pippa Locke. And 23, Lydia MacDonald. Manager today is Ellie Raya. Coach is Theo Dowse. And assistant coach is Laura Unsworth. Just been handed a much better printed copy of the Clifton team list, so I'm actually going to go through that one again to make sure that I'm not disrespecting any of the Clifton players. So 1, Alina De Visser, goalkeeper captain. Number 2, Holly Monroe. 3, Kat Gerac. 5, Jessica Lee. 7, Eloise Leahy, vice captain. 8, Ashley Mainwaring. 9, Phoebe Richard. 10, Catherine McCauley. 11, Sarah Davis. 14, Izzy Webb. 15, Amy Burton. 16, Carmen Ansley. 17, Abby Porter. 18, Clemmy Hulden. 19, Jessica Lee. 21, Louisa Bell. 23, Sarah Jane Thorburn. 24, Livy Hoskins. 25, Emily Drysdale. And 42, Caitlin Witham. Again, Alistair Kilfoyle, manager. Juliet Radon, coach. And Micah Smithard, assistant coach. Apologies to Clifton for any mispronunciations actually on either rounds. Ball patrol lined up along the halfway line. Whistle's just gone. I think we're 2 minutes away from pushback. Both teams now into their final warm-up huddle, doing their little team talks. Both sat in almost exactly the same positions at respective ends of the pitch, just cutting across the 25-yard line. Not so many spectators today. I think that's because of the time of the game, midday on a Sunday. Large number of junior matches going on at the same time, but great to see a good number of the EG faithful turning up with their, I was going to say musical instruments, but there's not a lot of musicality about some of the sounds that they make all the time. And it looks like EG are lining up with Anna Falstich and Pippa Locke up front, with Tess Howard just behind her. And across the midfield we have Alex Meltzer on the right, Laura Unsworth and Guadalupe Lecourt in the centre, and Liv Breed on the left. And defence we have, I think you've got Amy Thompson on the right, Carlotta Gomez sweeping, and Harriet Mitchell on the left-hand side. Some rotations there from a normal lineup that you see. Possession currently with Clifton. Lovely run up the right-hand side by Falstich. Couldn't quite find Alex Meltzer, who's leading in front of her. Clifton making some good progress up to their left attacking side. Amy Thompson's taken the ball away from them. I think that's Amy, and Clifton again have the ball with an opportunity in the top of the circle. Somewhat scrappy, but again Amy Thompson picking the ball up and shuffling out to the left-hand side. Right-hand side, I should say. Clifton building a platform and transferring the ball high. Liv Breed nicely collects the ball and plays it off the foot of the Clifton player. She brought it out to Pippa Locke, see if she can put those afterburners on. Up she goes up the left. Clifton break down the attack, but it's an East Grinstead ball. EG looked to transfer. Harriet Mitchell across to Carlotta. Carlotta out to Amy Thompson again. I think that's Amy. I'm going to just check I've got the numbers correct. I have got the numbers incorrect. Number 4 being Sally Syme, who's playing right defender. Looks like Amy's not on the pitch at this moment in time. EG have the ball in the circle. Liv Breed playing it in. Look to come up off one of the Clifton defenders, and it's gone away for a long corner, which Unsworth will take fairly centrally. He plays it back to Carlotta Rodriguez. He's played it straight in, looking for Tess Howard just to the left-hand side of the D, but the pass was a little bit too much for her. Clifton doing well, working their way through the East Grinstead press, but eventually they've taken the ball off the pitch. EG have a sideline hit in just around the halfway line, which Harriet Mitchell takes to Unsworth. Unsworth to Tess Howard, number 14, bringing it along on her reverse stick, looking to play the ball in, and picked up by Pippa Locke. Can't quite deflect the ball into the goal. Quite aggressive attacking play there by Tess Howard, and great positioning by Pippa Locke. Again, here comes Tess Howard, a reverse stick shot that just missed the top right-hand corner as she dived onto her front. Thanks to those of you who have tuned in, so to speak. It'd be lovely if you'd give us a like and a subscribe. It actually helps hockey videos across the YouTube setup. It helps the YouTube algorithm recognize if you like hockey and you click on hockey videos, you're probably going to get more hockey videos recommended in your YouTube stream. So give us a like, a subscribe, and then click the bell button if you want to get alerts for future live streams from EG. Guadalupe Lacourt picking it up from the halfway line and spreading it out to Sally Syme. Sally looks back but decides to go forwards, can't get the ball to Meltzer, and Clifton miscontrol the ball, and it comes to East Grinstead to Harriet Mitchell at that left-hand side. Carlotta Rodriguez in this new sweeping position. Interesting to see the rotations. Molly Mason now on the pitch, moved into that central defensive position, and Carlotta moves out to the right-hand side. Fipalot miscontrols, but manages to recover the ball to Guadalupe. Guadalupe drives into the circle. I know what she's got on her mind. Can she? Can't quite get that shot off. "16-yard hit for Clifton. This time we've got Tess Howard up high on the press, and they play it out to their left-hand side. Amelia Tate, it looks like, has just managed to snap that ball up from the Clifton defence. Amelia had a fantastic debut a couple of weeks ago away to Beeston. If you look in the Twitter and the live stream, you'll see the fantastic. She scored, I think, East Grinstead's final goal. Fantastically picked her reverse stick pass up, picked the ball up on the reverse, and in one slick movement, pushed it into the bottom left-hand corner, and some hell of a long hit that reached her from Unsworth back on that day. So see if she can repeat some of that action. Corner to East Grinstead, and Carlotta Gomez to inject. We've got Molly Mason and Laura Unsworth in a striking position at the top. It comes to Unsworth, and it's deflected in. I think that was by Courtney Hansford, who'd just come onto the pitch. So very flat slap from Unsworth, and nicely deflected in by Courtney Hansford. The teams line up, and we have about just under 9 minutes to go in this first quarter. Clifton gradually playing nicely up the pitch, but their attack broken down, but it's fallen in their favour, and they have the ball playing it out to the left-hand side of their attack, under close attention from Gomez, but again, pass in from the sideline. Meltzer breaks up the attack. Meltzer to Unsworth. Unsworth to Courtney Hansford. What will Hansford do with this? She takes it up on her left-hand side, brings it inside, finds Unsworth. Immediate first-time pass back to Hansford. Can't quite make the most of it as the ball comes into the circle, and Clifton come away with the ball. Free hit back in from Clifton, just in their left defensive area. looking to play the ball around the back. Now they continue to play it up the left-hand side. Quite a powerful hit, but Mason picks it up to Mitchell. Mitchell doesn't quite get the ball to Unsworth. Between the two of them, they've conspired to give the ball to the Clifton centre forward. He couldn't quite capitalise. They do have a free hit, though, I think, sort of somewhere just outside the edge of the circle. EG lines up to defend. Clifton play it back to build that platform again, draw out EG players. And first out is Liv Breed, and Hansford intercepts the pass and wins it for East Grinstead. Sally Syme comes back on the pitch, Unsworth taking a rest, and Sally Syme coming up the left-hand side to Foul-Stitch. Foul-Stitch to Hansford. Hansford winning a corner for East Grinstead. Unsworth off at this point, so we'll see what happens. Unsworth giving instructions to Molly Mason. She'll have to be quick as the clock is ticking for both sides. Although I think I've seen some interesting tweets in the last few weeks from our friends at Old Georgians. I think they've timed the pauses for short corners. I think in several cases 3 or 4 or 5 times the technically allowed period of time. Carlotta Gomez to inject. We've got Foul-Stitch and Mason on the strike. Mason takes it. Looks like it hit the body of the runner, I think on the shin, so that will be, that's another, I think that's another short corner for East Grinstead. Again, Gomez to inject, and again, Foul-Stitch and Mason on the strike. Again to Mason, again blocked by Clifton. Sally Syme has a go, but doesn't quite get it in. Big scramble, another foot for Clifton. So another East Grinstead short corner. That'll be the third in a row. Will there be a variation? First 2 straight attempts by Molly Mason. What's number 3 going to be? Gomez again to inject. Mason and Foul-Stitch have swapped sides this time, and Mason again drags and pushes it back to Gomez, who didn't have her feet in the right position. She should have probably put that one in there, but good to see the variations happening. And now Clifton have the 16-yard hit. Clifton coming away up the right-hand side. Attempt a slightly longer pass through a few deflections, bring it to their right wing, but Molly Mason watches the ball go off the back of the pitch. Again, Clifton on the inside right channel, playing back to their sweeper. Central midfield, back out to right half, back to sweeper again. Moving the ball around, trying to get a period of possession. Out it goes to the left-hand side. Mason tumbles, and Clifton have a chance here, which is cleared up by Sally Syme. Again, Clifton build and transfer, deflected to their right wing. Attention of Lydia MacDonald, who takes the ball and wins the free hit for East Grinstead. Left hand side hit in for Unsworth. Thompson's now on the pitch, number 6. Looks like she's playing at that left-hand midfield position. And Unsworth plays quite a long pass, caught by Tess Howard, and Amelia Tate finds it on the right-hand side and see what she can do with it. In fact, I think that's NFL stitch, yeah, number 16 foul stitch. No fear there, going straight to attack into the circle. He's going to have a hit in from the side, and now Molly Mason playing centre back. Harriet Mitchell plays it out the left to Amy Thompson, and manages to tangle up the Clifton player and gets the free hit on the left-hand channel. Referee complaining that Amy Thompson had taken it 6 or 7 centimetres inside the 25, so pulls the play back. Sally Simon, the right-hand side, playing a long pass in, perhaps a little bit hopeful, but Guadalupe, determined, makes a cross, looking for Tess Howard. I think the cross was a little bit too much of a bouncing bomb for Tess to make the most of. Good pressing by East Grinstead. Combination of Guadalupe, Lacourte, and a foul stitch. Bring it into Pippa Locke, who deflects it in. A big scramble in front of the goalkeeper, and EG have to concede the 16 to Clifton. Clifton coming away out the left-hand side. Clifton player riding 3 or 4 pretty aggressive tackles by East Grinstead there, and win another free hit, just approaching the halfway line on the left. I think the referee's unhappy with the distance, and EG get a free hit, but squander the opportunity. Long pass up to the diagonally across to the left, and it's going for another 16 for Clifton. And there we have the end of the first quarter. Team talks completed, and both teams stepping out now for the second quarter. Although the score is at 1-0, I'd say that Clifton have had plenty of possession and certainly not lying down in this game. You can see the wind, bitterly cold actually today. Hopefully both teams are not feeling the cold. Now we have the faithful back in song. Carlotta Gomez at the back, playing out to the left to Molly Mason. Molly's looking for her options, plays it to Tess Howard. And Tess brings it up the inside left channel, cutting across the Clifton players. Keep hold of the ball and wins a free hit just on the outside of the circle, just to the left-hand side. Unswood's ready to take it, looking for her options. I suspect she will spread the play. Yep, out it goes to Sally Syme. Sally Syme plays it out to Carlotta in the centre, back to Molly Mason on the left-hand side. Molly Mason just a little bit in trouble there, but regaining possession. Out it comes to Gomez, across to Syme. Syme looks long to play it into Unsworth. Unsworth doesn't quite reach Unsworth. Instead, it's coming out towards Holcomb's right, Clifton's right-hand side. Unsworth with the free hit in the centre of the pitch, plays it to Howard. One of several players wearing a bright orange glove today. There's a few bright orange gloves and a few bright orange pairs of shoes. Mason unfortunately doesn't reach Unsworth. Syme misses the tackle, and now away come Clifton. Clifton's left wing can't get that, but Lacourt work very hard to cover that. 16-yard hit for EG. Gomez to Unsworth. Unsworth to Lacourt. Some third-party obstruction there from Clifton. Slightly lucky for East Grinstead. Lacourt all over the pitch. Finds Breed. Lovely little ball in from Breed back to Lacourt. Lacourt plays parts into Pippa Locke, who put the afterburners on. She's just on the inside of the circle. See what she has in her mind. Trying to find Tess Howard, but struggling to do so. Clifton break away. Nice play by Clifton. Clifton right-hand sided player can't keep the ball in. Out to Gomez. Gomez to Syme. Syme to Meltzer. Meltzer's been a bit quiet so far today. Hope to see a bit of action from her. Brings the ball across the pitch, back to Gomez. Gomez to Syme. Back to Gomez. Out to Mason. Mason up the left-hand side, looking for Meltzer, but can't find her. Clifton have the ball on the left-hand side. EG steal the ball off of Clifton and have a free hit, which Locke takes, plays the ball into the circle to Tess Howard, but two Clifton players on her make it very difficult for her, and they bring the ball away. Although still under pressure from Locke and Howard. Long hit out by Clifton, nobody on the end of it, and EG have a 16-yard hit, which Gomez will take. Syme and Mason have swapped sides. Syme over on the left-hand side now, and Mason on the right. Aerial out of defence by Gomez. An unusual one. Haven't seen that before. Locke making every attempt to tackle that left-hand side, but free hit to Clifton. Clifton now have it down the right-hand side. Got past Syme, got past Gomez. Mason almost takes the ball. In the end, it's Amelia Tate who'd come all the way back to collect the ball, and now she looks to bring the ball out of the right half position. Fabulous play from Amelia, great commitment, taking a tumble. I think Amelia's 18, having a great second game. Amelia's a student at Bede's School down in Sussex, one of our partner schools, along with Lingfield, Worth, Copthorne, Woldingham, and of course Hurst, where we operate our EG Talent Academy. Both teams have a player down, number 11 for Clifton. I'll get that name for you in a moment. And number 7, Lacourt for East Grinstead. Not quite exactly sure what happened, but both seem to have seen the red mist. EG bring the ball away. Meltzer is absolutely rocketing out the middle, and Locke down the left. Lovely aerial by Tess Howard, brought down by Locke. Penalised by the umpire, but what a lovely piece of play by East Grinstead. Locke is racing back now to make up for that. Looks like she's going to come off and have a rest, and on comes Foulstitch. MacDonald just on the left-hand side here. Mitchell plays the ball into Gomez. Lovely pass up the right-hand side by Mason, finds Amelia Tate. Amelia's obviously, she plays it lovely into Anna Foulstitch. Anna is a student at Brighton College, I think, or I might have that wrong. I think it's Liv who's at Brighton College, and I think Anna is actually at Caterham, so apologies to any Caterham spectators. Another short corner for EG ladies as they line up. We will see what happens here. Gomez for the injection, and at the top of the circle we have Mason and Unsworth. Tess Howard also just to the left, and Foulstitch on the right. Unsworth plays it to Gomez. Similar attempt that was made before. This time Gomez tries to take a touch to control it before taking a shot, and the goalkeeper had time then to get across. Tess Howard playing the ball in the left, and I'm not sure if she's going to get the credit for that goal or if Foulstitch is going to take it for deflecting the ball, or was it? It looks like actually it wasn't going in, and so although Tess is congratulating herself very much, I have a feeling that Anna Foulstitch scored her 3rd goal of the day. Or it may have been Amelia Tate. We'll check on that for you a little bit later. And that was Amelia Tate who just helped to play the ball off the side of the pitch, stopping the Clifton team from progressing. And Clifton spread the ball across, and the score now 2-0 to East Grinstead, and about 8.5 minutes of the quarter still to go. Clifton play the ball up the left, and Mounts has collected the ball. Mounts number 5 for East Grinstead, plays it inside to Unsworth. Unsworth uncharacteristically miscontrols it, but Clifton have a chance to attack here. And Gomez, fabulous little interception. Lacourt attempting some 3D skills, a bit too tricky there for Tim, and it comes to Molly Mason, who, although it hits her foot, not until after she had received some fairly heavy clanging tackle from the Clifton forwards. Up we go again on the right hand side. The youngsters linking nicely. A very physical push on Lydia MacDonald. Unsworth smashes the ball in. I think Lydia's a bit unimpressed by that passenger play. I don't think there was any malintent. I think it was just slightly accidental. Clifton, with some lovely play, managed to bring the ball out, and it's now their right wing, and it goes in off Gomez's foot. Harriet Mitchell has it in the left-hand side and makes an attempt to long pass out, and Pippa Locke is sprinting for it, but even with her afterburners can't make that. Big smile on her face there as she's showing her frustration at not being quite quick enough to reach that. Thompson collects the ball from a loose crossfield pass by Clifton, but can't turn it into a corner or a goal. EG do have a free hit from the top of the 25. Unsworth takes. Meltzer deflects into the circle, but it goes to the Clifton team, who can start to extricate themselves from this defensive position. Aerial from Clifton and to the left-hand side. Gomez in close attention there. Clifton asked to retake the free hit. I think that the Grinstead players had not backed off far enough. Good flat hit in by Clifton, but none of the Clifton players had read it, and so it goes off. Unsworth plays the ball out to Meltzer, and actually on this occasion Clifton win that free hit, but Simon's taken the ball back out to Meltzer. Meltzer lets it come across the body and plays the ball back to Mason. Mason to Simon, Meltzer to Mason. Mason finds Clifton difficult for, and East Grinstead gives away a short corner. Not many options for Harriet Mitchell there. Unfortunately, in her attempt to tackle, gives away the corner. East Grinstead probably need to do a little bit better here, and they're playing the ball out of defence. Some of the short passes are great, but then after 2 or 3 short passes, they're handing the ball to Clifton. Again, thanks of those of you who have tuned in. It really does help us all if you can hit like, subscribe, and the bell button. Helps with the Google algorithm. Helps us who like watching hockey to see more hockey in our YouTube feeds, and means you will see more hockey. Here come Clifton with, I think, their first short corner of the game. AG team taking a little while to put their equipment on. Again, our friends up the road may be timing this. I haven't been timing it myself, but I will suggest that they are taking longer than they're supposed to take. Drag flick from Clifton and a goal. So that brings the score to 2-1, and there's 4 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Looked to me as though Izzy Field, the goalkeeper, went down, and the flick, although it wasn't that high, it was high enough to go over her. Fairly central in the goal, if I saw correctly. Unsworth, Lacourt, Unsworth, Thompson in the middle of the pitch. It's taken off her, and out it comes to the Clifton right-hand side. The EG need to be careful here with 4 minutes remaining in this half. They're not going to want to let Clifton get their tails up. Long ball in for Clifton, but the leading forward couldn't quite control it on the reverse. 16 yard for Gomez. Plays it to Tess Howard. Very lucky for EG that it reached Tess Howard. Howard, Unsworth, Mitchell. Can't quite reach Liv Breed. Unsworth makes the tackle. Opportunity here for her to come away with the ball. Place to Unsworth. Yeah, that's better. Unsworth, Gomez. Howard, Tess Howard is off now. And takes the ball on the inside right channel. Perhaps doing a little bit too much there. Thompson wins it back. We have started to dribble here, and I think we need to slow that possession down. That's better. Managed to get the ball into the circle. Clifton clearing up, but Pipalock to Thompson, to Unsworth. Courtney Hansford, and a ball straight across the surface of the goal from Liv Breed. Couldn't get deflected in. Under 2 minutes now, I think you'll see on the screen. I think our clock reckons it's about a minute to go. I've heard the Clifton coach call 90 seconds. The scoreboard here says 2, so obviously the clock on the scoreboard stopped counting down. Great tackle by Thompson. Thompson to Locke. Again, we've played the ball off the end of the pitch. This EG girls need to get a grip here, I think. 2-1 is not a safe scoreline. Gomez, Lacourt makes a tackle. The Locke crosses into the circle. Clifton trying to come away but can't. And an outstanding attempt by Liv Breed. She can't quite connect. And Clifton come away with a 16. That must be seconds before the whistle. Unsworth the ball, and we'll spread it out to Sally Syme. And there is the whistle for half-time. So we finished the first half with a score of 2-1 to East Grinstead. And we will be back shortly. Thank you to the individual who gave us the one like. It's really easy. Just have to click the like button. We'd really appreciate a couple more. It'd be great if we could get to 10 or 20. If you can just find that icon on your screen, whether you're watching on a mobile, a tablet, or your PC, and we'd really appreciate it. Thank you. So both teams in their huddles. CG are in their dugout. Clifton are in the goal. There's a bit more coming and going around the spectators area. Expect to restart the game in a couple of minutes. Goal scorers in the first half were Livy Hoskins with the goal for Clifton, the short corner drag flick in the second half. East Grinstead goal scorers were Unsworth from a straight strike and Amelia Tate in her, I think it's her second Premier League match, scoring her second Premier League goal. That was a deflected one in where Tess Howard played a reverse stick shot across the face of the goal, was just going wide. Amelia managed to deflect the ball in to the goal. There's a debate going on in the production team about whether Amelia should have the nickname Haaland because she's scoring a goal a game, but after only 2 matches, I think it's quite a heavy weight to put on her shoulders. So, EG push back, Howard to Unsworth, back to Howard. Howard playing the ball up the inside right channel. An interesting pass inside, wasn't quite read by Lacourt, although Lacourt does get the ball back. Free hit on the edge of the D. Unsworth dinks it in to Howard. I think Howard's going to want to have a shot here, but can't quite get it off. And there is a long corner in which Unsworth will take. Some 3D chess going on there between Clifton and Unsworth. Meltzer plays the ball back to Gomez. Gomez to Mitchell. Out it goes to Howard, looking to smash it across on the reverse. A lot of attention on Tess Howard from the Clifton girls. Normally 2 of them marking her. Let's see if that creates a space opportunity elsewhere on the pitch. Mitchell, Gomez, Syme. Syme finds Tess Howard, diagonal pass in, and Gomez, it looks like, no, not Gomez, Liv Breed hits the post. Lovely deflected in. I have to say that was a lovely passage of hockey by East Grinstead. Meltzer bulldozing into the circle, and Unsworth looking as though she'd won a short corner, but actually, in the end, it was her that kicked the ball. Goodness me, what a chance for Liv Breed there. Lovely passage of play by East Grinstead. She had a great presence of mind there to scooped the ball across the face of the goal, just 2 inches to the left, and it would have been a goal. Syme, Gomez, Mitchell, Breed. Breed comes away. Really good determination there from Liv Breed. A lot of appreciation there from the crowd. Hands it on to Tess Howard, but again, 2 Clifton players on Tess. Great pressing by East Grinstead. Lacourt managing to get the ball, but in trying to play the pass finds the Clifton foot. So now we go again. Unsworth takes the ball in the centre of the pitch, plays it straight up to Tess Howard. Can't control the ball. Umpire is pulling the play back and being very clear with the team on what he's expecting of them, of the positioning of the free hits. Much clearer communication now from the East Grinstead team. I think they must have talked about the discipline in their press. Tess Howard sliding to try to intercept the pass around the back, but doesn't make it. I'm not sure what that's going to do to the skin on her legs. She looks all right. Up go Clifton on the left midfield, left inside channel. Falstich breaking up the play, managing to get the free hit. Well done, Anna Falstich. Liv and Anna come off. On go Lydia MacDonald and Amelia Tate. Sunny Simon, the right-hand midfield play. Looking for Lacourt, but gives the ball to Clifton. Howard playing quite deep, plays an aerial out to Lydia MacDonald, brings it down beautifully. 2 Clifton players on her. Manages to win the free hit. Clifton don't agree with that. E.g. Faithful very vocal that they do agree with Lydia MacDonald. Play breaks down and Clifton have an opportunity to take it from the just inside their half on the left midfield position. Again, the umpire being somewhat vocal about where the free hits are taking. I have to say he'd be quite correct on that occasion. That's a lovely shave tackle, but Clifton come away with the ball. Clifton on the left-hand side of the circle now. This is dangerous. Great defending from Gomez. She really put everything into that. We're just noticing we failed to start the timer, so if you want to know, there's about 11 minutes to go in this quarter. We'll reset the timer in a second. Howard to Tate, Tate to Howard. Howard is having a big impact on this game, really helping to bring the ball out of the midfield. Unsworth spreads the ball across to Mitchell. Again, Tess Howard He seems to know where everyone is on the pitch, taking the ball on the left-hand side on the 25, almost in one swinging movement, plays a reverse stand shot across to Amelia Tate on the left post, but it doesn't quite reach her. Hansford back in the game now. Hansford to Mason. Gomez, EG build their platform this time, attacking their what would have been the home goal, but also in the second half now. Big shouts of panic from the East Grinstead faithful as the Clifton players play the ball in their own circle, but Clifton are not panicking. In fact, they are absolutely as calm as a cucumber and play the ball out of defence beautifully. Now they come into the left-hand side of defence and a pass into the circle, and that will be a short corner to Clifton for a heavy tackle by Gomez. So 2 castles for Clifton. Goes to the left-hand one. Drag flick. This clearly saved by Izzy Field, much to the appreciation of the EG faithful. "16-yard hit. EG ride that storm very well. Now they need to take advantage of the possession. Moutzer comes away up the right-hand channel, but elects to go diagonally inside. Amelia Tate making a run out to the right-hand side might have been another option. Amy Thompson doing her best to try to stay warm on the side of the pitch. Clifton play a diagonal aerial out, and one thing leads to another, and now they're coming away with the ball in the central position. A little bit scrappy from East Grinstead. Gomez stops the play, but unfortunately with a foot free hit for Clifton on the 25. Significant disagreement between the Clifton coach and the referee. Clifton coach determined that there was a foot inside the circle. A referee saying there was nothing there. Molly Mason doing her best to shuffle the Clifton players out and manages to stop the progression at the expense of a long corner. Clifton have a look down their right-hand side this time. Tess Howard makes a jab tackle but loses a stick in the process. Clifton seems to be ghosting past the EG players too easily here. And Clifton win a short corner. Clifton line up for the corner again. 2 castles. Left-hand castle. Strike. Almost goes over the fence. I think that was due to a deflection though, so that'll be a long corner to Clifton. Nicely played into the circle by Clifton, but no outcome, and it's a long corner for East Grinstead. Up the right-hand side, unfortunately deflected off the pitch by Livebreed, but here come Clifton with a free hit on the left-hand side, just inside the 25. EG faithful starting to sing their songs again. We have 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. EG coming away this time, played onto the foot of the Clifton player. It's not spotted by the referee, and they have an opportunity to attack up the left. Livebreed cuts it down, but it's going to be a free hit for Clifton on the left-hand side. Clifton player into the circle and win another short corner. Looks like this time the referees have stopped time. Corner for Clifton then. And they line up. Right-hand castle this time. Straight strike and a goal. So that brings the score to 2-2. And I think that has been coming. And we know that Clifton will always play to the end. So this means East Grinstead have to really focus their attention for the remaining quarter and 3 minutes. EG managed to get the ball into the Clifton half. However, free hit to Clifton and a left defensive sort of position. Looks like they're going to play up the inside left channel, but East Grinstead making attempts with the press. Seems there's a difference of opinion from the two referees as to which direction the hit goes, but it's going to go Clifton way. I think the umpire took offence to the early taken free hit by Unsworth and reversed the decision, gave the hit the other way. And a short corner to Clifton. East Grinstead need to regain their composure here. less than 2 minutes by our clock. There is under 1 minute to go. And another short corner for Clifton. Not an ideal position to be in. 2 minutes left of this quarter then, or less than 1 minute left, and then the fourth quarter to come. Mistrapped by Clifton. Looks like now they've given somebody from Clifton a card, which I cannot fathom what that was for. It perhaps was for talking back when she mistrapped. So we have a 1 minute break as we head towards the final quarter. So teams are lining up for the final quarter. Tess Howard takes the ball straight away, and she's shed her skin. Clearly she's got the bit between her teeth, I think, in this final quarter. Aerial from Clifton, but the bounce hits their own player, and Sally Syme looks to bring the ball away. Brings to Corny Hansford. Hansford to Meltzer. It's back with LaCourte. Syme, Gomez, Unsworth, Syme, Gomez, Mason, Breed. Lovely turn by Breed. Looks to be a little bit impeded by the Clifton player. Free hit for Breed. That turn that she did was very quick. The player's very paranoid now about taking their free hits from the right spots. More calls of panic from the East Grinstead faithful. Tess Howard looking to bring the ball into the circle. Tess working very, very hard here. Mason spreads it straight across to Syme. (16) Long corner for East Grinstead. LaCourte takes it on the top. Unsworth is in the circle. Syme down the right-hand side. Plays it into Locke. Locke can't quite collect the ball on the reverse. I think she's lucky there with the deflection. It comes for a long corner for East Grinstead, which Unsworth will take. Howard can't quite trap it, and that goes to Clifton for 16. Clifton's ball speed there exceptional as they spread the ball around to the right hand side, but it's gone off the pitch and East Grinstead have it. Currently with Mason, Gomez, Syme can't control it. Gomez's pass to Syme was on the wrong side of her. East Grinstead regroup. Howard again in the middle of the action, holds the play up, looking to get Meltzer on the overlap. Howard crashes the ball across the circle, but no East Grinstead player in receipt. Long ball in from Mason to Howard. Howard picks it up and is fighting to retain possession, but free hit goes to Clifton. Clifton spread the ball around the back, looks to be looking for their left-hand side. Locke and Howard at the press, they steal the ball. Locke plays it into Howard, who takes a tumble, and Meltzer looks to try to regain possession, but it's back with Clifton. Clifton play the ball through an aerial, but Meltzer collects it, looks for Locke. Locke should go around the back here. It's going to be about the quality of the pass. Comes to Hansford. Hansford's shot misses the target, but the umpire has seen something that gives East Grinstead a short corner and perhaps a bit of a lifeline there. Gomez with the injection, Mason and Unsworth at the top. We've got Meltzer and Syme, I think, on the right-hand side. And Clifton team lines up. Let's see. Meltzer on the right-hand side with the ball, plays into the circle, and another short corner for East Grinstead. Again, we have Mason and Unsworth at the top. We have Meltzer and Syme on the right. We also have Tess Howard on the left. Another short corner for East Grinstead. It's unclear to the team what has happened here, but I think to either team, in fact. East Grinstead being asked to take a free hit from the dotted line, although any infringement must have happened inside the circle. So in fact what they asked for was a bully, which none of us can explain. And Tess Howard again throws herself full length to try to pick up the ball as it's crashed across the pitch. Locke comes away with it. Out comes LaCourt to Unsworth to Syme. Mounts are making a run up the right-hand side. Syme plays it to her, but it comes off a defender's stick. Mounts plays it back in. LaCourt plays a lovely ball to Liv Breed, but Liv cannot quite pick it up, and it's in the left-hand attacking left-hand corner. Clifton's right defence played out with an aerial. Just under 10 minutes to go in this final quarter. Mitchell back on the pitch, looking like she's playing in the right-hand side of defence. Gomez finds her straight away. Encouragement from Unsworth to Mounser to drive forwards. Unsworth does that herself here, plays it inside to Locke. Locke cannot quite connect with the ball. Lovely play by Clifton, and Clifton number 23 comes away. She's going to play the ball to the left-hand side to her attacker. Out comes Field. The ball played across the surface of the goal, but out it comes to Amelia Tate. With two Clifton players on her, manages very well to keep possession of the ball for East Grinstead. Careless play across the back by East Grinstead. Need to calm down and get the composure again, I think. Clifton working their way around the circle. Cannot quite connect to make the shot. Now East Grinstead have the 16. Let's see if they can make something of this. Out to Lydia MacDonald. Lydia makes it past the first player. Is she going to find the pass? She plays it inside to LaCourt, who finds a foot of the Clifton central midfield player. Mitchell to MacDonald. MacDonald takes it past the first, plays it inside nice to to Anna Falstich. Couldn't quite find a player, and it's out for a 16 for Clifton. Approaching the final 7 minutes. Falstich brings it into the circle, can't quite connect with Howard. (16) for Clifton. We're up to 2 likes, 7 minutes left. If we can get that number up to 10, it'd be much appreciated. Really easy to click the like button. Fantastic spin by Tess Howard and a shot. Although Clifton save it, there's a limping Clifton player, which suggests that it was saved by a foot or ankle. East Grinstead faithful giving it their best now, and the girls line up for a short corner, and we will see what routine they put into play this time. Right, are you ready? Short corner struck wide to the right, looking for deflection in by Tess Howard, but can't make the connection. 16 for Clifton. 5 minutes 20 seconds on the scoreboard. Looks like the clock was stopped locally here, so we'll see how that plays out. Great pressing by Anna Faustich. She can't understand why she was blown there, but out come Clifton. 3 East Grinstead girls to block that, but it's a Clifton hit in from the side. Clifton aerial over the top, but it's for Gomez to pick up. And she brings the ball through the players and gets dropped in the process, winning the free hit. Mason now to Thompson. Back to Mason. Gomez. Thompson to Syme. Those two spent 3 years together at Nottingham University, so that connection should be working well. Although she receives the ball, it's come away for Nottingham. They've for Clifton, fumbled it, but Lockie has collected it, and now it's a free hit down the right-hand side for East Grinstead, which Harriet Mitchell will take. Mitchell looking for the options, plays it inside to Syme. Syme with a jab tackle, recover the ball, and Thompson regains it for East Grinstead. Thompson plays it all the way back to Gomez. Gomez to Mason. Locke, Thompson, this powerful combination. Locke taking the ball in and then bringing it back out again. Now it's up the right-hand side with Mitchell. Mitchell to Meltzer. Meltzer cannot get an outcome from that. Into the final 3 minutes here. Tess Howard brings it out in typically aggressive fashion, looking to bring it around the outside, which she does, but she's won a free hit. I'm not sure if she'd have preferred the advantage there, actually. Meltzer looks to bring it inside, plays it to Unsworth. Difficult for Unsworth to pick that up. Thompson shadowing. Tackle from Mitchell. Free hit for Clifton. Miss Grinstead need to again regain their composure. I've said that a few times today. Clifton play it up there, left-hand side, cleared up by Harriet Mitchell. Looks for Meltzer, lovely touch by Meltzer, and she's coming away up the right-hand side. It's beat 3 players now. She's surely going to look for Tess Howard. Pippa Locke deflects the ball, but that just misses the left-hand post by about 6 inches. Lovely little bit of play there by Meltzer and Locke. Into the final 2 minutes now. Your screen says 36 seconds. I think it's about a minute, given that our clock and the referees became slightly out of sync. Clifton looked to play it around the back. Tess Howard again making every effort to reach that. East Grinstead trying with a press and Hansford puts pressure on the left defender, who fumbles it, and in comes Alex Meltzer. She plays the ball into the circle. Lovely pass, but Clifton can come away with it here, I think. Meltzer's shadowing it, looking to Press it in as is Hansford, and a court judged to be a Clifton free hit. Clifton play the ball off the side of the pitch, and this must be the final attack for East Grinstead. A big aerial by Meltzer is brought down by a full stretch jump from Clifton. Clifton play it across beautifully from their left side to the right hand side. Breed is shadowing. Can they win the ball back? Clifton free hit. This is dangerous for East Grinstead. Last few seconds. In fact, that is the end of the game, and it's finished with a 2-2 draw. Thank you for watching. Please give us a like, subscribe, and then also hit the bell button so that you get the alerts for future live streams. We'll be back very shortly at 1:45 for our men's Premier League match against Brooklands. Both teams playing their second games of the weekend, so tune back in shortly. And again, like, subscribe, hit that bell button, and thank you very much for watching us today. Thank you.